Alright, welcome back.
We are finally back.
It's been quite a long time since we last streamed.
I mean,
the
we
last
didn't do, Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, the last one we did was Valentine's Day. And even the end of Valentine's Day, it's been quite a few weeks. It's been like 2.5, 3 weeks since
I mean, Seraph reruns are, I think around 3 weeks or so.
It's pretty long. It's pretty long.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we finally have the CBC event. And yeah, I mean, we were planning on maybe streaming that news section in the Seraph rerun, but you know, after finally getting to read it, I'm kind of glad, not to say that we didn't stream it, but it was only like 2 very small dialogue parts anyways. But anyways, like I mentioned earlier, finally the CBC event is here, and yeah, I mean, I think this is the first time that we actually have like an actual event?
Yeah. So on NA, it's the first time that CBC has an event story, which I guess is pretty okay. I mean, I know that this event only lasts for a week, so it's only... It's not a big event, but it's still something.
Yeah.
It's still kind of an upgrade from past CBCs where it was only a gacha banner, so...
Or like just a costume with a couple of lines.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, let's just get started then.
Yeah, so, I mean, this event takes place only like a week or so, I mean, we probably won't stream every day because, you know, each section I assume will be quite small, but, you know, we'll still stream every other day possibly to read the story. But anyways, let's just go in. Alright, section 1. Guest servant. Alright, I wonder who it is.
Just gonna move this a little bit.
Sure. Okay, so, this was my CBC, this was my Sarah party. Give me a second. Let me, event bonus, let's see. Since we're fighting sabers, let's go bring an archer with us. Let's go bring them in. And I guess this'll do. Is this overkill? Probably. Well, whatever.
I think you'll be okay.
Hang on, let me just get rid of the CBC, the Seraph CE first.
Oh, that's right. So there are obviously CBC CEs. Did you roll?
No, I didn't actually.
Maybe you should roll first.
Finally, I got the Prince to NP5 and got another Achilles as a bonus. Wow, congrats!
Wow, nice!
Both are very good, especially Achilles is very good. And yeah, how are we? We're good, actually.
Yeah,
I mean...
I actually rolled for CBC already. I couldn't get any of the 5-star CEs, which was what I wanted the most.
Yeah.
So, I'm hoping with login or whatever I can get something to roll for it. But yeah, we're pretty good.
I haven't rolled CBC at all.
Honestly, I think you should roll first if you're planning on rolling.
I am not planning on rolling. Not because I'm not planning on rolling, but because I don't have anything to roll.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, she rolled all of her tickets on
King Protea. So I ended up throwing like 22 tickets into the void. I got 1 4-star CE, which was Shirtless Kirei, and that was about it.
Yay.
But anyways, yeah, it's CBC, and yeah, we're excited for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can talk about our thoughts on the JP one a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that afterwards. We'll just start this thing first. Alright, here we go. Ooh. An old spotter spins webs of what? Of memories. I'm like, okay. Section 1, A Little City's Tiny War. Ooh, I like this butterfly effect, you know?
I honestly like, you know, these sort of events like this and like Hogetsukan and all those things. I feel like the mood really, you know, sets the tone, but it's just like, oh man, I wish it wasn't CBC, you know? Yeah.
Anyways, alright, here we go. Moriarty. Everyone has regrets. Okay. If it only could be like this. If only I'd done that. Nobody makes it through life without having such thoughts at least once. Given that failure is an inevitable part of life, there is no sense dwelling on it. But of course, dwell we do, don't we? That's true.
Yeah.
You kind of just like, you know, I really feel like I could have, you know, done better or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like you're kind of hard on yourself sometimes. Yours truly is no exception. So, for today, I would like to spin you a story of regret. Why regret? It's all well and good to have regrets. But if you try to rid yourself of them, there will be hell to pay like you cannot even begin to fathom. That's the sort of comical fable I have in mind for us today. Alright. I'm tempted to try to roll another Karna, but I don't know, my rolls before hasn't gone very good.
Karna is so good. But you know what? I feel like, okay, if you don't have any other 5 stars that you want to pick, you can always pick up a free Karna.
That's true.
With the 5-star ticket.
I guess so, but when you say another Karna, I'm assuming you have Karna already.
That's
I mean,
true.
I have Karna at NP1 as well, and Karna at NP1 is still very good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always, for love and making your dude stronger.
Right.
So I get that, I'd say, like, well, when is Karna Day? Because usually these servants don't have repeat days. I was gonna say sleep on it, but sometimes you don't have.
Sometimes you can't, right? Yeah,
I feel that. Actually, doesn't Karna have a raid up at during LB4?
LB4?
He does. Actually, he has one.
I think he
has one with Juno. So if you
Wait, does he really?
He does.
The double raid up?
I'm pretty sure he does, because I remember I would roll on the days for Ash with Juno on Raid Up and not Karna, because I'm like, I want Juno. So I think if you do want more Karna, I think you could roll on LB4 if you're not so sure about right now if you want to roll for
I mean, LB4 is only in a couple of months, so I mean, yeah.
Anyways, alright, let's continue. This does bring back memories, doesn't it, Master? It does? That's right, it's me, James Moriarty, everyone's favorite old man from an alternate dimension. In the last week of this event. Okay. So, the last week of this event. So, it's probably coming up, but not quite yet. So, I think you could probably, like I said, sleep on it and just be like, do I really want Karna?
Yeah, and then if you keep sleeping on it and you're like, man, I really want Karna, then just go for it.
Yeah, because I mean, there's some really good banners coming up. Like, right after this is
Kama.
Is Oku. I mean, obviously, if you don't want Kama or whatever, then forget that.
Then, get Karna, right?
Yeah, exactly. But, there's some really good stuff coming down, so...
Yeah.
Decisions.
I mean, even, some people are like, maybe I'm saving for the anniversary, right? Like, Ryder Vinci's very good. And, obviously we talked about LB4, Juno, he doesn't come back.
Yeah, he hasn't come back yet.
But yeah, you know what? I feel like we said before, like, if you really love Karna, if you really want more copies of Karna, I'd say, you do you, and, roll for love, and, yeah, try to...
I mean, I guess so, but for me, I'm like... I mean, I guess, would you want to be spooked by Moriarty, though? Because it's a shared raid up.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, whatever. Anyways.
That's another story.
Anyways, let's continue, or else we'll never finish. Yeah, how are you guys? We are doing pretty good. We're finally starting CBC. I mean, we wanted to wait for a little bit more story just in case. It's like, you read the first section and you're like, well, we're done here, guys,
See ya.
So, anyways, all right. So Moriarty, everyone's favorite old man from an alternate dimension. All right, here we go. Huh? You want me to take this more seriously? All right, if you insist.
I think Moriarty's really funny when he wants to be.
My name is James Moriarty. I'm also known variously as the Napoleon of Crime and the Old Spider. And now, I'm your servant. So, now that's out of the way, you're officially invited on a fun little pleasure trip. Don't worry, the risk of losing your life is almost completely negligible. That's nice. Hello, hey, how are you? Might skip Oku event since I'm still on LB2.
Oh no.
I will do this roll for Kama. Yeah. I mean, at least Oku event reruns next year.
Yeah.
But I feel like if any, you've probably already played it on JP. It's just a whole bunch of
honestly
loading screens.
Half of the event is loading screens. So I mean, I'm really hoping they upgrade the NA version.
They did. They upgraded it right before the rerun, didn't they? Last year it was a lot faster.
Yeah, for the rerun though.
Yeah.
But QOL updates come a little bit sooner on NA, so here's to hoping.
Yeah. I think you don't have to rush LB2 or LB3 if you don't want to, since it comes back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if it's those Santa Quets that doesn't come back and you're like, oh no, I really need to
But if it's just I mean, she's on the banner anyway. It's not like you can't roll for her if you don't play the event. So
I
take it
agree.
at your own pace.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, losing your life is almost completely knowledgeable. That's nice. All right. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy this stroll down Regret Lane. All right, thank you, Moriarty.
Wow, that's not nice.
I never did like the BB event. Honestly, I kind of agree. I do like the story, but God, is it so bad to farm and so
pretty
bad to play.
tedious. It is pretty
Honestly,
tedious.
without a guide, I'd probably be like crying my eyes out.
Yeah, I remember the first time I played it on JP, I was like, why is this so annoying to play? And also
Yeah.
because I was like, I couldn't really read it properly. I was like, what do I have to do? Right?
Yeah. I just, the only reason I played it again was, well, besides the new story section, was because of that new command code.
Yeah.
And
there was only one new command code too.
I thought there was 3 new command codes, because, you know, typically new, like, events have, like, 3 command codes, right? And I'm like, how come there's only 1? And then I realized at the end there was only 1. I'm like, I played for this. But, you know, it's done.
Yeah, I got some lores,
yeah.
I guess.
But I mean, BB's such a good servant, so anybody who doesn't
is.
have her, she's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
For sure. Even with all the trouble. Anyways, let's go down Regret Lane. Yes. Wahahahaha. I think the only event I hate playing more is Gouda
Gouda 3?
Gouda 3, yeah.
Honestly, I really like that event. I don't know why you hate it so much.
I haven't completed it 3 times.
I know! No, I played it for you!
I know.
I played it for you on JP!
I'm saying I haven't completed it 3 times, and I have to play it again for the 4th time to get my Ryoma to NP5.
I can't believe you didn't get him NP5 on NA last year.
Anyways, but this animation thing is pretty cool.
It is.
Hey.
Honestly, I really like his costume.
I do too, but he has like that weird ring of fruits around him, doesn't he?
What?
Isn't it a ring of fruits? And there's some weird ring around him.
You're gonna have to get the costume and show me, because honestly I don't remember. But actually, if you brought the event servant, he might be in his costume.
Oh, he might actually.
Did you bring him?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I brought my own too.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, did I just get forcefully reshifted again?
Typical.
I guess so. But it's a nice place. Wait, we're underage, Gouda. Gouda is underage, rather.
Yeah.
What is this place?
They have fruits. Can make fruit juice or something.
Good morning.
It's morning. Okay.
Yes, it just passed 12. It's 12:01. Good morning. Good morning to you too, Moriarty.
Wait, it's still night though, even if it's 12:01.
Not so loud. Oh, I do beg your pardon. Hello and good day. Good day. I'm glad to see you in good health, Samantha. Yes. I can see, though, that you are wondering where you are.
Wait, this is Gouda Gouda music.
Is it? Oh, yeah, it is.
It's the shop.
Oh.
Isn't it?
I don't know.
Or like detective agency?
Yeah, that's what I was
whatever.
thinking, yeah.
Either way, it's Gouda Gouda music.
Anyways.
Well, it fits.
No, I like it. It has that nice jazzy feel.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll come right to the point then. We are lost in this ray shift, you and I. We have no way to ask for help, nor any means to receive it. Well, that's nice. That is to say, we are now on a stealth mission, and all weapons and equipment must be procured on site. Okay.
Okay.
Where have I heard this before? I've heard this before?
Oh, I mean, we've been stranded before.
I guess so. Indeed. Now we face the same harsh circumstances as... Hang on. Same harsh circumstances as an MI6? What's an MI6?
It's like... Isn't it like those, like, British, like... it's like the FBI, but like...
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
Intelligence agencies or whatever.
Maybe I need to watch some, like, James Bond or something. Anyways. Convert operative.
I just saw on, like, Reddit the other day on how, like, James Bond is a really bad spy or something.
Oh.
He, like, keeps, like, outing himself or whatever.
Maybe I should have watched James Bond. I've heard of wholesale delegation, but this is ridiculous. But worry not, Master. I know this world, and I recognize the time period in which we find ourselves. In fact, I believe that is why I am the one who is here with you. So, we're here because of you, Professor? So we're here because of you, Grandpa? I'll at least call him Professor. Well, I suppose you could say that. Alright, allow me to explain. We are currently in a mansion found in a certain European city. It is the late 19th century, though without a newspaper I cannot be certain of the date. Our cover story is that you and I are bartenders employed at this mansion. I see. Are you with me so far? Yes. That explains these outfits. And may I say, they suit us rather well. Yeah. Now then, here's the problem we face. On second thought, perhaps it would be better if you see for yourself. Let's leave the bar for the moment and take a stroll around the mansion itself. Oh, and as a rule of thumb, I would strongly advise you to keep your voice low and not speak to anyone.
Who else is there to speak to besides you?
At least for now. I mean, maybe there's some people here.
He just said that we were alone, didn't he?
Oh, maybe, well, I guess we just kind of walked out here, so
Yeah.
maybe there's people here. Whoa, this place is fancy. It
is.
sure is. Look at that chandelier. Yes, this mansion's owner is something of a local legend. He effectively runs this entire city. And just look around. He must be at the center of any number of deplorably immoral and, dare I say, criminal acts to afford such a luxury. Hey now, Mr. Mor- Oh, excuse me. Hey now, Mr. Moriarty. I can't speak for my ancestors, but I certainly have no recollection of being involved in anything of the sort. Oh.
Jigu-kun! No, you can't be nefarious. That's
this-
Amakusa's job.
Is this the mansion's owner? Sig! Is this the mansion's owner? Ha ha ha, forgive me. I was just having a bit of fun. Samantha, this is our employer, Sig. Nice to meet you, Samantha. Nice to meet you. I'm afraid you won't have much time to get your feet wet. Things are about to get very busy around here. Make sure that you treat all of our guests with the respect they deserve. Whatever you do, do not speak to them as though you are on friendly or familiar terms. As long as you remember that, you're free to handle your responsibilities however you see fit. Oh, and Mr. Moriarty, I'm counting on you to take care of the matter we discussed earlier. And now you have met our employer. What's Sig doing here? Who are these guests he mentioned?
Good question.
Both are good questions.
Yeah.
Who are the guests? Let's see. Good question. We will be paying them a visit shortly as well. At peril of sounding like a broken record, do try to contain your surprise. Alright. Oh, this is quite nice. Oh, who are these guys? Oh, okay.
Oh, what the?
Well, hello. I'm surprised to see a thug like you here, seeing how the only thing you're good for is guzzling cheap booze.
What the?
That's not nice. It breaks my heart to see Lord Sieg disgrace himself with his poor choice of company. Oh, who are these dudes?
What the?
Ha! I'm sorry, did you say something, old-timer? I could barely hear you over the sound of your bones creaking.
Old timer.
I feel like they're about the same age, or at least they look about
Is
it.
an old timer? Okay.
If there's anyone who doesn't deserve to be at this mansion, it's the worthless fossil who can't even set foot on a damn boat. Oh. Whoa, easy there, fellas. Sheik invited us all here, remember? So who cares about disgrace or worth? The important thing is that we all have the same qualifications to be here. Besides, none of us is ready now. Hell, they haven't even gotten here yet, right? Besides, none of us is ready now for what? And here comes the hyena.
The hyena.
Oh, hyena, huh? I like that. They're the ones who always come out on top, seeing how they thrive off dead meat. I guess so. Cheh. Well, no matter. We still have some time until the auction. There's an auction. If I were you, Yanqing and Izo, I'd think long and hard about what I want to do with my life between now and the auction starting. Right on. Thanks for the tip. Funny. I was about to tell you the same thing. But then again, I guess there isn't much point in you thinking about what you want to do with your life. At your age, all you've got left to do is to pick out a burial plot.
Wow!
Okay.
Ouch!
That's not nice.
He's... Okay.
Okay, well, they're all headed off somewhere.
Yeah. I feel like they were at each other's throats really fast.
Yeah, so Dear Moon, Yanqing, and Izo are all here too. Wait a minute, is this what I think it is?
They're like mafia or something? I don't know.
Yes, but keep in mind that they are not all the people you know. Yeah, clearly. Perhaps you remember what happened during a similar incident not so long ago? A mystery of sorts at the Kogetsukan, yes?
Yes.
Yes. Back then, I believe your brain substituted figures you were familiar with for those whom you had never met, so as to avoid overwhelming it with new visual information. This time, the new figures may share their names with the ones you know, but in all other respects, it is the same phenomenon at work. What do they look like to you then, Moriarty? Yeah, that's a good question. What do they look like to you? Ah, yes. Unfortunately, they appear to be the same servants to me as well.
I see.
But there are some extenuating circumstances that give me a bit more insight into their true identities.
Please, Sherlock, help us.
Simply put, these three gentlemen are gang leaders.
Great.
Yeah, you don't say. Dearmood may not look the part, but I trust you can sort of see it with the other two. No?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess the other two kind of have, outlawish natures in them.
Yeah, Dear Mood, though,
It's-
old man mafia is a little bit okay.
As for Dearmood, I imagine he was chosen because his looks and attributes are similar to those of the man he's standing in for.
I see.
After all, his dapper looks have apparently made him quite the talk of the town as of late. And they don't get along very well, do they? Indeed not. Dearwood's group has been based in this area for many years now, a gang with a long tradition. They have their hands in every single one of this city's dark dealings and secrets, but they are also considered a pillar of the community.
I like this track.
Yeah, me too. Then about 20 years ago, Yanqing's gang came along and put paid to that peaceful state of affairs. As soon as they came into the city, they were very aggressive about taking on whatever dirty work they could find, including the type of jobs that Dearmood's gang had long refused even to touch. I see. Naturally, this led to turf war after turf war, with both sides gunning for each other around the city. That state of affairs continued for several years until about 3 years ago, when both sides decided to put an end to these killings and came to terms. I see. That was when Izo's gang of longshore workers came along and complicated things further, of course. Now all three of these gangs are in a stalemate, ever at odds with one another. Oh, you seem puzzled by something. Well, I suppose I can't blame you. Why couldn't two of the gangs just team up? How come the weakest gang didn't get wiped out? I guess
they all
so.
seem kind of strong.
Yeah. Indeed, eliminating the weakest opponent is a classic for a reason, or opposition is a classic for a reason. But in this case, each of the three gangs had something unique keeping them safe, even as it holds them back. Dearmood's group had numbers on their side, and they're also the ones most entrenched in the city. But in this case, that strength is also a weakness. I see. As long as he remains here, Dearmood needs to keep up his image of a chivalrous man about town.
I see.
That makes his group old and staid, unable to make the bold moves necessary to remove the others. I see.
Can't just do it outside of town. I guess that would be kind of hard.
Yeah, whereas Yanqing's group is the newcomer that arrived in the city long after the status quo had been established. The people of the city are highly unlikely to ever trust them. But in turn, that gives them the freedom to do whatever they want. As the city was never theirs, they feel no obligation to restrain themselves on its behalf.
Okay.
And finally, we have Izo's gang. They have the fewest numbers, but also control the docks. And since the city's industry depends on those docks, the other gangs can't do much to hurt them. I see. Do you follow me so far? Yes. I think so. This is getting a lot more complicated.
Well, it seems okay.
Very well. Let's see if we can't make it simpler. Alright. Dearmood controls the biggest gang, Yanqing the medium-sized one. And Izo the smallest. That's the key takeaway. Does that help make it clearer? Now then, I think we had best adjourn the lecture now in favor of doing our job for a bit. Alright, what is our job exactly?
Being bartenders?
On another note,
What?
Wait, you're not going to tell us what our job is? We've got wyverns!
What?
Okay. Where'd that come from, Moriarty? Where'd that come from?
Okay, number one, he's like Sherlock and doesn't tell us. Number two, what is up with wyverns?
That was the second most popular line in the things I've always wanted to say portion of the servant census. I see. Da Vinci put it together herself. I see. In a strange twist of fate, it seems there are wyverns running, or rather flying around in this time period. The little devils apparently like to sneak into this mansion, so Sieg has entrusted us with keeping them out. I see. That is really strange, you know? Well, I do have an inkling or two as to how this state of affairs came to be, but for the moment, I think it's best we focus on the wyverns at hand. Alright, Master, I'm counting on you for backup. Alright. Just suddenly there's wyverns here.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess.
And finding people with event CEs is so hard.
Yeah, I feel like...
Although it doesn't really surprise me because rolling CBC kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So I don't blame people
I don't
for
have
not
enough
rolling.
stars. Okay. I wonder what his new lines are. Is it types of alcohol? But anyways, yeah, I guess the incentive to rolling CBC would be...
It's never been very high, I
shop
think.
stuff, maybe? Because, you know, it's a mini event, I guess.
Yeah, but, I mean, this event doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
I don't recall CBC ever having, like, really amazing, like, shop mats, so, I mean...
And I'm not gonna have enough stars to activate his skill ever. Well, there we go.
Just, like, use, like...
Whatever, this thing only has 20...
No, I know. These are really easy, but,
20
like...
HP, but I just wanted to see
use, like, carp or something.
I just wanted to see his NP, that's all. And his NP is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. How were those wyverns? Yeah, those were not wyverns.
Yeah.
They weren't even flying. Indeed, it seems matters are even stranger than I expected.
I mean, they were pretty close, I guess.
Regardless, it does seem that the part about them invading this mansion was true. And it would certainly make things worse to have demonic beasts causing trouble now, while the gangs are already at odds with one another.
That's true.
Good grief, all this and it still hasn't even begun. What hasn't begun? I guess the auction.
Yeah.
Hehehe. The answer to that? We'll have to wait. Why, you ask? Hold on, let me just put on my disguise here.
Why?
Wait, what disguise? The one that you're already wearing? Oh, whoa, okay. But because... Hang on a second. Well, okay. Because the time is not yet right. Okay. I didn't know you could do that. If only this event lasted 2 weeks so I could enjoy Barton and Moriarty. Yeah, he's really nice. His costume is really...
It's on point.
And I feel like, you know, Moriarty kind of has that chaotic energy that it's
he really does. He really does.
Just like, you know, really entertaining at the same time.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, end of story. Oh, okay. Was the disguise really necessary? Seems like an awful lot of trouble just for so little payoff. What do you mean little payoff? I thought it was really funny. Heh, I'd say it was well worth it just to see you roll your eyes like that, Master.
I mean, we were pretty shocked. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
incidentally, that line took 3rd place in the aforementioned servant census,
which one's 2nd place?
which once again was put together by Da Vinci herself. Boy, that really grinds my gears. Is that it? Is that the end? Honestly, I just want to see what the hype is behind the common event, as I all hear about the case file in Summer 4. I kind of want to as well. I mean,
Yeah, I think it has some, story relevance. I mean, obviously there's
yeah.
beasts in it and stuff, so...
I think it's one of those 0.5s, isn't it? Like LB something 0.5.
Yeah, like leading up to LB4. I think so, but I'm not.
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah.
I think it is, but yeah, I'm excited to find out what's up with Kama as well. I mean, obviously, besides being a Sakura face, I don't think like obviously that should be the only thing that attributes to her fame and popularity. Right. So I hear it's LB 3.5. Yeah, something like that.
Well, I guess we'll have to see when it comes out, which is going to be very soon. But yeah, honestly, I'm really excited for Case Files as well.
Yes.
We can finally get Gray on NA. She has not come back on JP.
Yeah, waiting for that rerun.
Which is unfortunate, but yeah, you can finally get her.
I'm excited for the Case Files event too, because I believe it's a raid event. So for anybody who wants to farm mats or anything, I'm pretty sure it was a raid event.
I can't remember.
And people can get lots of.
I thought it was sort of like Prilia.
I thought you had to fight demon pillars. Well, whatever.
Man, my memory is too crap. I can't remember.
But anyways, I'm excited for that as well.
I thought it was like Prilia, but honestly, well, I guess Prilia was sort of not really raidy. No.
Summer 4, I'm excited for all the QP. You get
That's true.
You get so much QP from that event.
Summer 4, you get so much QP.
Give me Gray and give me Rhaenys. Also, wish the Rhaenys buff came with Case Files instead of waiting for the intro. Like,
yeah, that's true. I feel like with Rhaenys, like as much as I really want her, sometimes like she gets a bit overshadowed by other support servants. I think also because she's like a rider and she can steal a lot of stars, which is, not helpful. I
haven't really used her much, to be honest, because I think maybe just my friends list on JP, not a lot of people have her.
Like, I remember using her during the event mostly, because that's when people had her up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, honestly, I'd love to have her at some point, but, yeah, I feel like
if I have tickets, if I have tickets, I definitely will roll for her.
Yeah.
Because I liked her a lot in the anime.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got introduced to the whole Case File stuff with the anime, and we really enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I'm super hyped to get Gray.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, let's go. Section 2, or we can do cocktail tasting novice, I guess. Or I can do cocktail tasting novice on my own.
Honestly, cocktail tasting novice won't take that long if you want to take a break from reading, but you haven't read for that long either, so I know. It's up to you.
Anyways, she'll be sacrificed to Gong's willing tribute. Yeah, that's true. He's coming up very soon. The current or the coming anniversary. All those bronze servants are coming.
You know what? I'm kind of surprised that they haven't done an event with Waver, like Zhuge Yang and like Sima Yi, kind of, Chen Gong stuff. So maybe one day they will. Maybe.
But anyways, all right. I guess I'll just continue reading then. All right. I still think this is really cool. This is one of my favorite ones.
It is really cool.
Maybe because, like I said, all the butterfly motif is really cool.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like the current Phantom Thief one in JP, that one's pretty cool too.
Yeah. All right, section 2. I think it's called Triangle Gang. All right, we're at the bar again. All right, gang member C. Oi, give me more booze. All right, I'm on it. Me too. Come on, hurry it up. Coming. Be right with you. Yeah, I'll be there. Cheh, I see you lot are just as disgraceful as ever. You can go get your own booze. Oi, what do you sit? Hey, oi, what do you just say? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. He's not talking to me. Keep your goddamn mouth shut if you know what's good for your gramps.
Wait, is that Moriarty? Like
no. Oh, no. They're fighting with each other.
Oh, okay.
All right, gentlemen, that's quite enough of that. Let me remind you that this is my employer you would be inconveniencing if you fought here. And that would certainly not be to any of your advantages. At least in my humble opinion. Fine, whatever. You've got a lot of nerve talking to me like that, bartender. You're gonna pick a fight with us. Ha, just goes to show how nobody respects you lot. Okay. Ha. It's wonderful to see you all enjoying yourselves. But I must warn you, even I cannot guarantee a happy result should you engage in fisticuffs here. Gah. Oh, they back down pretty fast. Phew! Alcohol really is dangerous stuff, isn't it? Yeah, some people can't take it.
Yeah,
Perhaps
that's
we
true.
perhaps we should simply close the bar down, or at least ban them from the premises. Good thinking. In fact, I was just about to ask you to do that myself. Even guys like that should be able to control themselves as long as they stay away from alcohol. So from now on, I'd like you to limit the bar to myself, the different organizations' leaders, and the men who will be showing up soon. More men, okay. You got it, boss. Understood. Good. I'll leave this in your capable hands then. You've got it. What's up? You kind of look worried. So this is really happening tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow? The auction? I take it you are reluctant to part with it? Part with what? Of course I am. That relic has been passed down within my family in secret for 1,000 years.
Oh, wow. What
maybe you
family
shouldn't.
heirloom.
I was gonna say maybe you shouldn't get rid of it. 1,000 years is quite a long
Maybe
time.
they need money or something.
They have a bar.
I mean, yeah, but
He lives in a mansion with 1 billion chandeliers.
that's true.
Maybe
he doesn't need money.
I never dreamed that I would ever let this go, or let it go. But now that it's come out that it is in my possession, it could put the whole city at risk. Oh, I see. So before word spreads too far, I plan to sell it to the highest bidder and invest the money in helping the city prosper.
Wow, such a noble cause.
That's quite magnanimous of you, sir. I promise you my cool heart, and I will do everything in our power to help you see this through. Thank you. I feel better knowing you're here. Alright, see you later. Alright, see ya, Sheik. Phew, that was quite the little ordeal. Is something wrong, Master? I guess. What was that about a relic? All will be clear tomorrow, you'll see. Now, let's say we pick up our lecture from where we left off yesterday. I guess so. I trust you recall the 3 organizations' different characteristics now? Yes. All 3 are different sizes. All 3 are very different positions. All 3 are in very different positions. They're
both of them.
Yeah. Quite right. Ooh. Now then, let's assume each group pursues the best course of action for them to seize control of this city. Group A, Dirmud would ideally like to team up with Izo to take out Yanqing. Once that's done, he could take his time folding Izo's small organization into his own.
Okay.
But that would not be to Izo's interest. While he may be able to get rid of Yanqing that way, it would leave him helpless against Dirmud. And that, of course, would all but assure his defeat. As such, Izo can never team up with Dirmud. So then, you might think Izo could just team up with Yanqing to take out Dirmud, but there too, you would be wrong. I see. After all, they too are now an inextricable part of this city. Then what if Group A, Dirmud teams up with Group B, Yanqing to take out Group C, Izo first? Yes, such a team up would make them take. Oh, hang on. Such a team up would let them take out Izo easily, but also lead to its own rather messy set of problems.
I mean, they control the port, right?
Without enough people working the docks, the city's economy would all but grind to a halt. More than that, neither of the group truly needs to team up with the other to take Izo down. Both A and B would merely hope that their partner ends up bearing the lion's share of the losses in the battle to destroy C. I see. In summary, there is no viable path forward for any group forming an alliance going on the attack. Neither of these are feasible options. It is quite the stalemate. You don't say. And now something new is being added to the mix. All right. I trust I don't need to explain what a Holy Grail War is to you. Do I, Master? There's a Holy Grail War.
Please don't. And it's always a Holy Grail War.
Okay.
He's near at the end, though.
Phew. It's almost time. Ooh, what is this fancy box?
Kind of looks like a pine cone in the middle.
Tomorrow, there's going to be a battle for control of this case. It's just the way it is. This is to help build a better future. I have to accept that there is going to be sacrifices. It won't be easy, but at this point, I see no alternative. We just aren't strong enough to keep this relic safe on our own anymore. Who leaked it? Who leaked that this relic was here? Oh, okay. His face is really big. Just keep cool for now. It all comes down to what happens next.
If it's Moriarty because he wanted to cause some shit, like...
We're the ones who'll be taking control of this city. We're not going to let these damned outsiders have so much as a scrap. As soon as the ritual is over, we're going to kill every last one of them. Okay. That's scary.
Yeah, especially like when you see him.
Oh my gosh.
That it's the creepy face.
Hee ha ha. Yeah. I can hear that stuck-up old man yapping away. So much for that chivalrous routine he likes to put on. If he's going to shake his cane at us for being outsiders after we've been here 20 years, we'll just spend 200 years working our way in until we're a goddamn institution.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess you keep that up, I guess. This is not a really much of a better face. The city wants us to take it over.
This one's better.
It's better than the other one, I guess, but it's still kind of
looks
creepy.
Like kind of, yandere vibes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's practically begging for us to liven the place up. Oh, okay, it's back to this one. It all comes down to tomorrow. If the others think they can mess with us, they've got another thing coming. We live by the sea, and we die by the sea. Long as we've got this town by its lifeline, it doesn't matter how few of us there are, we're the strongest of them all. And once this battle is over, we'll be the biggest, too. If the losers refuse to get down on their knees and beg for mercy, we'll just kill every last one of them. Okay.
Just like starve everyone.
Man, they really just don't like each other, do they?
No, they don't.
Did you say Holy Grail War? Oh my gosh.
Another one?
Yes, but this will be something of a miniature version. Hang on, a kind known as a subspecies Holy Grail War. Okay. 3 mages are scheduled to arrive here tomorrow. They will begin by making bids for the relic in question. It holds considerable power, you see. So, of course, the mages taking part in this Holy Grail War all wish to secure it for themselves. Makes sense. But the real problem is that each of the three warring gangs has backed a different mage. Oh, I see. In other words, whoever wins this subspecies Holy Grail War will also win control of the city.
Okay.
Yikes. This is awful. Yikes. Yikes indeed. Suffice to say, our role here is to keep them all in check so as to minimize damage to the city. I think we need more than the 2 of us to keep other gangs and mages at bay and keep them on their best behavior.
I was gonna say, like, how can we stop them? I'm like, well, Moriarty's an archer, you can, like, snipe them or something.
shoot them all with this, like, coffin gun thing.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, maybe not.
I don't know. Alright. Or so I gather. Okay. Okay, but how do we go about doing that? Good question, me. Good question. We can't count on backup from Chaldea, and you and I have limited options at best. But I can tell from the expression on your face that we must find a way, no matter what. Alright, let's do this. Very well, but there is little we can do now. At this point, it all comes down to tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's begin by seeing what course of action each group chooses to pursue. Alright. Alright, let's continue. Also, sabers. So I guess we'll just actually hang on. Guess I'll get rid of one of these. You know what? I'll just bring somebody else. Who was I bonding up with? Alright, let's go, David. Morning! Alright, it's morning. Good morning, Master. Good morning. Hee, tell me, have you ever considered running a bar or a cafe once you've retired from mastering?
I mean, a cafe sounds kind of nice.
I mean, it also seems like a lot of work, though. I bet you would.
Mastering is a lot of work, too.
I guess so. I bet you would enjoy it quite a bit if you partnered up with the young Miss Curulate. I forgot about MASH already. Yeah, that would be pretty fun, I guess. Running a bar with MASH, running a cafe with MASH. Maybe a cafe would be better with MASH. I don't know if MASH could handle a bar, to be honest. Oh. Are we going into... Oh.
Ooh.
Welcome to Cafe Chaldea.
What happens if you choose the other one?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I'm Matt here, your server for today. Please sit back and relax. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Welcome back, senpai. I like that. Well, what am I thinking? Mash would never say that. I'm sure she would. She probably would.
She would.
Probably because it has a heart at the end.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that's enough daydreaming. It would seem the mages have arrived. Alright, who are the mages? I'm surprised to see all three of them here so early. Perhaps they couldn't wait any longer. Me and Mash. Wait, we're still dreaming? Are you still wool gathering? Wool gathering? Come on, snap out of it. Snap out of it, me. Drunk Mash would be fun to watch. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if she would be able to take alcohol pretty well, TBH.
I mean, she might sort of be like Jinke, who's kind of amusing.
That's true. You know, Jinka, she can sing really well, right?
Yeah,
Something
she
like
sang
that.
in like New Year's and stuff.
Yeah. Alright, yes, we are wool gathering. Come on, snap out of it. Good day, everyone. Welcome to my home. Oh, nice location. I'd love to requisition this place, land and all.
Wow.
Okay,
This wants everything.
I see, you like to waste your time dwelling on trivialities, even when you're about to do battle. Okay. Go ahead and think about whatever you'd like. I mean, you guys aren't really going to battle, you guys are just bidding on an auction, right? I mean, I guess you're not battling yet.
I mean, it's a Holy Grail war. You can't say that they won't be battling, that's what I'd say.
I guess so. Alright, go ahead and think whatever you like. In the end, such thoughts are mere delusions. In a few days, you can waste your time grieving for the treasure you failed to claim. Alright.
They're all in it to win it.
Oh. I don't think these guys are friends either. And here I thought we would be seeing casters show up to represent these mages. True! I suppose we can take this as a sign that each of these mages is really quite battle-hungry. Allow me to welcome you all once again. I'm honored to have you here in my home. But then, I guess there's no need to stand in ceremony, is there? You're all here for something I own. I'm aware of that. You all know that multiple sources are 90% sure that it's the genuine article. Wait, you also know that, okay. That multiple sources are 90, okay. I expect then that you are all here to verify that last 10% in person? Or in person? Yeah, pretty much. None of us would be amused if we came all this way only to have it turn out to be counterfeit.
That's true.
Agreed. I don't wish to sound demanding, but I would indeed like to see it for myself. Naturally, I wouldn't dream of trying to kill the others at this time.
I mean, artifacts like these probably don't have a, certificate of authenticity or
especially
something.
if they've had it for 1,000 years.
Yeah, right.
And neither would you, Count Vlad, yes? Or correct? Of course not. No true mage would be so foolish as to throw away their honor here. What would be an act of beasts? That would be an act of beasts, not men. I would never do anything to disturb this peace while the item's owner shows us such hospitality. Thank you. Alright then, if you may go and see it for yourselves. Or you may go and see it for yourselves. That's quite a nice case, I guess. This is the relic that has been passed down in my family for generations. Ooh, there's a leaf with blood. The linden leaf that stuck onto the back of a heroic dragon slayer. Oh, that's not good. It's real. This is definitely the genuine article.
Whose blood is it? Fafnir's?
I don't know. I may not have been a mage for very long, but I can still recognize the real thing when I see it. Indeed, I can tell it is indeed what our host claims with merely a single look at its magnificence. Now I have no doubt that with this in hand, I would be this subspecies holy grail. I would win this subspecies holy grail war. I thought it said I would be. I'm like, what? I'm like, what does that mean? I see. So this relic can serve as a catalyst with which to summon a powerful servant. Given that most such artifacts, such as the snakeskin to summon the King of Heroes, the Gordian knot to summon the King of Conquerors, have fallen into the association's hands, this would well be the last of its kind in the entire world. For a relic like this, I would gladly take part in a Holy Grail war. I'm glad to see you all understand. I must ask you all to pay richly for a chance to own this relic. But I think you will agree that it is well worth it. Yes. As I'm sure you all know, this leaf is a powerful catalyst that can be used to summon the great hero Siegfried. Yes. Using this catalyst, your chances of summoning anyone else are negligible. It cannot be divided among you, however, as its effectiveness as a catalyst would be greatly compromised by the damage such division would cause. That's true. Imagine splitting this leaf in 3. It's probably already pretty withered and brittle.
Yeah. I mean, it's... how old is this leaf?
Over 1,000 years old leaf.
Like, the fact that it's been preserved for so long.
The fact that it's not dust is kind of amazing.
Right? You know, it's not even like one of those, like, you know, flowers preserved in resin kind of thing, right? Yeah. It's just it's a leaf in a box.
So only one of you may claim this relic, but no one need be hurt to do so. That is certainly not what I want. That is why I will be holding the auction. I have faith that you're all able and willing to pay what this relic is worth. ... Very nice. Do you understand, Master? All any of them care about is getting a jump on the others. Naturally, they're not afraid to get their hands dirty if it means gaining an edge. Depending on how things go, there may not even be an auction at all. Isn't that dangerous? What should we do? What should we do?
Maybe sure they don't kill each other.
Maybe we can take the leaf for ourselves.
Yeah, make sure we protect the leaf.
An excellent question. None of these mages, nor the gangs backing them, can afford to let anyone else have this relic. Only one of us, huh? I'd love to resolve this peacefully if we could. As would I, but that is easier said than done. Isn't that right, Count Vlad? Izo? What? I need your entire fortune. That relic there is worth every penny of it. Are you nuts? You want my entire fortune?
That's quite a risky play.
Just to buy a damn leaf? I mean, I feel you, especially if you're not a mage and you're like, what the frig is this guy doing? You want a leaf and you want all my money?
Yeah.
Like, go pick a leaf for you outside if that's what you want.
There's a bit of blood on it. Who cares?
I get that. Silence. I don't mind letting you pretend to run the show in public. But if I fail to acquire that leaf, you will spend the rest of your life paying me back. Gah. Looks like I've got a real shot at this. So in the end, it all comes down to money. Well, it's an auction. Well, these are small timers. They'll have to scrounge up every penny they can just to have a chance. I see. Are you really rich or something? Normally, a catalyst of this quality would be forever beyond our reach. Only those ranked pride or higher would ever get to see it, or would even get to see it. But since the only other mages here have loose ties to the association, that opens up a wealth of options.
Who are these people to have this sort of
relic? No idea. I'll be holding the auction tomorrow. The only ones who will be allowed to bid are Alexander, Prince of Landling, and Vlad III. No exceptions. Even if any other mages should catch wind of this auction and enter a bid higher than one of yours, we have no plans to alter the arrangement. Perfect. Alright, that's all for today. Feel free to relax and enjoy yourselves until tomorrow.
Oh my god, someone's gonna steal it.
Somebody's gonna die is what I think. A whole fortune for a 4-star in the story banner. They stuck at Gacho's king. That's true.
I mean, Siegfried's supposed to be pretty strong.
He's not that strong in game, but you know, in lore he's supposed to be pretty strong. You know.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
I feel like Vlad and Izo and everybody else here and Prince of Landing and Alexander, they're all strong in their own right, but I guess they're not actually them.
That's true.
They're just random mages, ABC, and...
Yeah, I mean, compared to, like, a regular person, like, Siegfried's pretty damn strong. He's got, like, dragon wings and horns and stuff.
Pretty durable.
And he has a sword, like,
Anyways, hang on. Of course, you are also free to take this time to put together as much money as you can, if you wish. I mean, you only have one day. But I guess you can do a lot in one day if you ask.
I mean, if you're really desperate for this relic that can summon,
Yeah.
you know, a heroic spirit like, you know, Tsunai-kun,
yeah.
I feel like, you know, you'd force yourself to find a way to do it.
Yeah. Anyways, phew. Mr. Moriarty and Samantha, was it? Tomorrow is when your work really begins. I'm counting on you. Understood. Great. Okay. See you later. Sounds good. Well, we certainly have our work cut out for us, but for now, why don't we focus on the task at hand? Wyvern control? Komodo dragon control? I guess wyvern control again.
Yeah. Where are these things coming from?
I don't know, the yard? You got it! Alright. Actually, these types of enemies are, oh yeah, I forgot, are weak to. No, these ones are dragon.
Yeah.
So you could actually use Siegfried to fight these things.
Yeah. You could bring Sigurd. You could bring.
Sieg.
Actually, Sieg is strong against dragon too.
Yeah,
Is it on his NP?
I think so. I think
so.
so.
Okay, you can use his skill, I think.
I'm gonna use it on mine because that one doesn't even have the last skill. Yeah. Alright, cool. But I do want to hear the Moriarty costume line though. Like the NP line.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe next time I will get his NP. Or like now.
There we go.
Hey, but I'm not gonna use it right now.
Well, yeah. You can use it next turn.
NPC Moriarty skills are higher than mine.
I mean, you did just get Moriarty
Yeah.
from the GSSR, right? So
Yeah.
I don't even know what level skill my Moriarty is at.
Alright, take this dragon thing.
Oh no, my Moriarty is only at 555. Ooh.
Does he have only one?
Aw, he only
Yeah,
has
he's
one
only has-
NP line? That
Okay.
sucks.
I feel like it's probably the same.
It's the same.
Okay, never mind. We're gonna
My
see
costumes
this
are
twice.
usually always the same.
That's too bad. Well, you get to see a cool costume at least, I guess.
Yay!
Well, at least they said different lines, I guess. Makes it slightly more interesting.
I guess so.
Alright, good job.
Wait, I only have 2 million QP? What
Where-
did I use it on?
Where'd all your QP go?
That's what I want to know. What the?
Alright, section 3. My fleeting fate. I feel like this one was maybe the new section that came out today?
Yeah, I think so.
Speaking of costumes, what do you think of Phantom Thief Amakusa?
Honestly,
I think Phantom Thief Amakusa looks really good.
I really like it.
But the fact that we got Amakusa, I think, is what kind of just rubbed us the wrong way.
Yeah, honestly, I really like the idea of the new CBC
Yeah.
event, like this whole Phantom Thief thing
Yeah.
in the museum with, like, you know, Saito Hajime,
Yeah, and
whatever.
Mordred and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, Jinke does not need to be in the gacha, which was kind of annoying, but honestly, I would have been so excited for this event, I feel. Like
Like if it
if
was
was not
I feel like
CBC.
if it was like a more like a Kogitsukan type of thing,
right.
like where it's just like you read the story, I feel like I'd be more receptive towards it. But because we're getting Amakusa again, like as a CBC servant, I just kind of made my hype for it, like kind of soured it, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I feel like, you know, this sort of themed event is really cool, but it's just like, you know, the fact that this is really the third CBC that Amakusa has, you know,
Showed up.
it's just kind of, I don't know, I guess because last year we did get a new servant
Yeah.
for CBC. We got Odysseus, even though, like, I mean, we don't shy away from saying that he should have been released, you know, with LB5, but, you know, at least we got a new servant last year. And then we also got, you know, Santa Carna, and so I think it brought up a lot of people's hopes for this event, or for CBC this year. And then to get Amakusa again was kind of like, wow, this sucks, you know?
And it's like I do still like Amakusa, and I still want him.
I still really want him,
I can't bring myself to roll on CBC because he makes me so salty.
Yeah.
That, like, it could have been better.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like fighting with yourself. You're like, I want it, but you're like, I don't really want this.
I guess it's like, I don't support the practice of recycling male servants for CBC.
Amakusa was getting big before Big Banner, which we're getting something big next to him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and I feel like because Amakusa, I guess, I don't even want to call it like a stereotype or anything. Like, people, like, you know, say, oh yeah, he's bait for something else, because it's true. Like, because like you want to say, you know, he's just bait for something better, but because it really does happen, nobody is gonna roll
like
for him.
I searched on like Twitter, like JP Trends and stuff, like when he was first announced, and people were like, yeah, I'm not rolling because he's always bait for something really good. Like JP players are saying it, and really everybody is, and it's just like, yeah, where's the lie? Not to mention, like, you know, as we've said before, CBC CEs are usually not that good.
They're
like,
pretty crappy.
Wow, I looked at the 3-star CEs this year, and they are pretty trash. Not like you get like one critical star, or like
seriously,
one NP gain per like, and I was like, why, you know? And like, they're really bad this year. I think the only good one is the Jason one.
I don't have that one.
Something Argonauts. Or,
yeah. I didn't even know that was Jason, but anyways, that's besides the point.
That's besides the point.
But yeah, I mean,
but I was like, yeah, nobody has a reason to roll for the current CBC, which sucks, because I think the event itself is really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, never mind the point where they got rid of the story locked servants, which to me is crazy.
That's
like,
completely bizarre.
I don't understand why they took out literally the best part about rolling CBC.
I know.
Like, besides the art, right?
Yeah.
Because, you know, maybe you're like, oh yeah, who cares about the CEs because they're crap anyway. But at least you can get like Betty Veer or something,
or like Salieri,
Snake Doctor,
or you can get Kasniki,
right?
Jill or something like
that's people's time to get them,
or Gawain, Tristan, etc.
Yeah, I looked at the rates, and Gawain wasn't there, Tristan wasn't there, etc. And so I'm just like, wait, so they replaced all the story locks with Jingke? Like, why?
Yeah.
Those were my general feelings on CBC.
Yeah. Also, someone at DW is an Amakusa fanboy. I agree, and with all his buffs, but I mean, I think okay, I do think that characters that are I don't want to say underperforming, but like characters that are just not as good, I do think that they should be buffed.
Absolutely.
But I guess if sometimes when you have, you know, especially these characters like Amakusa that have multiple rate-ups for, you know, say CBC, and have multiple
Apocrypha or something.
Apocrypha and multiple like strengthening quests and whatnot, then you kind of feel like, is there a bias towards this character? And you go,
possibly.
Like, what about everybody else that needs it, right?
Oh yeah, there's some servants that really
I get
need
that.
help.
I can't complain. Amakusa showed up in my GSSR. No, honestly, Amakusa is somebody that we both personally really want, but we just can't, like I said, can't bring ourselves to roll because we're kind of still salty about it.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's like, you're like, I really wish I could enjoy Amakusa because I do still really like him as a character, but you're like, just when you do this stuff in the game, I'm just like, it just gets me so angry.
Even better, Arcade released that new like barcode night, and I'm like, excuse me?
Cigarette face or whatever.
Yeah,
You're like,
so-
dude, I want this.
yeah. And at this rate, you're like, how come arcade's getting more stuff than, you know, the actual game? And you're like, yeah.
That's true.
I mean, honestly, I feel like if Amakusa came out at any other time,
Yeah.
I'd be a lot more down to roll for him.
Yeah, exactly. Like
But,
I said,
yeah.
if they did kind of like a Kogetsukan type of deal, like, you know, with this current event with Amakusa, I'm sure people would, you know, still roll. But like, come on, man.
Yeah, like any
don't
day
know.
of the week, I would tell somebody I still want Amakusa, but
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I was talking to Jacqueline. Like, imagine if Muramasa was a CBC, like was the CBC servant.
Yeah.
Like, people would still roll for him. It would solve their problems with people not rolling CBC. And I don't know, we could have an Emiya Gohan like FGO event, like you
Yeah.
know, for CBC. Wouldn't that be nice? But anyways, they need people to play arcade. That's why. Yeah, I guess.
yeah,
So.
yeah, I get
Yeah.
that. I get
I mean,
that.
especially since arcade is so brutal when it comes to taking your money. Like, I definitely get that. I mean, I get it because they're like, oh, you know, I have to print the cards and whatever, but you have to pay per like a minute you play. You have to pay to gacha. You have to pay to. It's like, oh my gosh.
It's really pay to win. Like, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. The story got locked 4-star, 3-star, not in gacha. Yeah, they're not, which is absolutely insane to us. We were looking at it the other day. We were like, okay, you know, maybe we can. We did throw some tickets at the CBC banner and JP, and
Just
we
to
were
get
like,
some of the
just to get some
CEs,
stuff, and we
but
were like,
yeah.
you know, you could still maybe, you know, like I NP5 Biddy beer with CBC.
I still
right?
have not
Yeah,
MP5
like
Biddy
in
Beer.
previous years.
I think
and
I only have an MP3.
Yeah, and it's just like, where are these other servants?
Yeah,
right? And
literally,
it's
it's my yearly time to attempt to get Betty Veer, but at this point, I'm just like, should I keep rolling for him in NA to hope to get NP5, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, that's just kind of weird. Isn't arcade more pay to win than mobile? Yeah, it kind of feels that way,
Yeah.
especially the
I
way
think
that.
especially with, you know, new content and stuff. I mean, I'm still kind of hoping that they can put that Lost Jerusalem stuff as like a main interlude sort of thing.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be pretty
for
cool.
FGO. Like maybe they can
Yeah.
release it for a bit on arcade and then put it on mobile, because I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of players who might be exclusive to the mobile version would be very interested in that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of servants that are okay. It's one thing to have like Sita in arcade,
Yeah.
right? Because like at least we know Sita or whatever. But this is just completely new servant. You're
Right.
like, dude,
But
I want
it was
this.
the same. It was the same for Ryder Vinci, right?
I mean, yeah,
So,
yeah,
but, like,
you
she
know,
came eventually.
But it's
I mean,
like
I think her NP different.
It's different.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
different.
It
It's
is.
different.
She has like cat cannons or something.
Yeah. But yeah. But what can be free to play? But how do you do so on arcade?
You can't.
Yeah, you literally have to pay money just to start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you have to start first by buying the card.
You
to
need
play
the card,
game.
and then you put in money to play the game for a long period of time, and then I don't know if you have to pay to roll, but I think
Yeah,
you
you do. You do have
Yeah,
to pay
you
to
need to
roll.
pay to roll.
Of course you have to pay to roll.
Okay, you need to pay to roll. You need to pay to play the game, like duration,
Yeah.
like of time. So yeah,
I mean, just think about it like this: like, you still need to send your servants. You still need to farm hands on arcade.
Yeah,
and
you
you
farm
have
hands
and
on
you
it.
have to pay to farm mats on
Yeah,
arcade. Like,
and,
how
like-
much would that?
and if
suck?
you want like, you know, MP5 of like event servants or something, like, man.
Anyways, but yeah. Anyways, going back to your Shiki, your bunny Shiki, because you know I was just kind of going.
Yeah.
through it. But yeah, I feel like bunny Shiki, like it's kind of like, where did this come from?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at the
that
same
one was
time-
really random.
At the same time, I feel like everybody really likes that bunny CE of
oh
of
yeah,
Shiki.
decapitating
So
buddy. Yeah,
yeah,
that
so
one's
it's just
really nice.
like
Yeah.
I'm down for this.
Yeah, I just feel like it. Like, I mean, it just came out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
And I guess they weren't gonna rerun Kara no Kyokai,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I can see them doing like a main interlude of it, like they have done with some other events,
Yeah.
but. Yeah, it was kind of out of nowhere. I mean, I'm not mad about it, but I was just like, wow, this really came out of left field.
Is it? It's for Saber Shiki, right?
Yeah.
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 Is it for any ascension or is it for just a certain one? I don't really remember.
What do you mean? It's a costume.
I know. Oh, yeah. My bad. What's she wearing then? Just bunny
I don't know. I don't
ears?
I don't have Saber Shiki on JP, so I don't remember.
Didn't she doesn't have it yet? The costume on NA?
She does.
I have no idea.
I don't think so, or else
Oh.
I would have gotten it. I
Oh, okay,
feel.
well, whatever. Sky has a full bunny suit, so why not Shiki?
No, she only has bunny ears.
That's true. All ascensions. Okay,
Oh,
okay. Yeah, I'm like, I don't have Shiki on an egg, so I have no idea.
You have her on JP though, right?
I do.
Why don't you just put her on?
She's like level like 5 or something, so I don't know.
Honestly, I think Saber Shiki's...
No, she is. She's pretty
good.
She's good. She is good. But anyways.
I mean, you do need to level up her skills, though. I feel like if you want to use her, like, properly.
Anyways, alright, so let's continue to section 3, and I feel like that might be the last one for today, but I guess we'll just read it first and we'll find out. Costume comes summer 4, I think. Oh, okay. Summer 4? That's weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Is it because of Bunny Toria?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Goes with the theme or
theme,
something.
I guess. Anyway, section 3.
The other bunny servant? Shiki! I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's called a fleeting fate or something. Alright, anyways, let's go.
My fleeting?
Okay, well,
I don't know.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. They say good wine makes good blood, but it can also be just as good at making bad blood. I see. Oh, I guess like you can like bond over it, or like and the people can like get mad and fist fight each other over it. Okay, I got you, Moriarty. How many times have we heard of someone committing an egregious breach of etiquette while under the influence?
That's true.
Don't drink and drive. I've heard mages have a way of neutralizing alcohol's effects, but I expect that only applies to the dangers of extreme overconsumptions. Once they are intoxicated, they are surely just as likely to loosen their lips as anyone else. Especially when speaking to ordinary bartenders like us. So why don't we start by bringing Alexander in here and seeing what we can learn from him?
You know, I'm sure a lot of servants drink, but I'm just trying to think of, like, who would be the most, like, I rely on alcohol to live another day, and I'm like,
Jinka?
Waver.
Oh, yeah. He drank in the anime, right? I'm pretty sure he did.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Anyways, though I would like to ask that you do the talking if you don't mind. Sure. I got this. I'll stick to the occasional interjection. Why's that? I'll give it a shot. He'll be mixing drinks, that's why. Well, my young friend, once you reach a certain age, it becomes extremely difficult not to always appear shady, particularly in younger company.
That's true.
I guess you kind of have that mischievous air about you already, Moriarty.
And, self-awareness.
And that's not really in your favor. Alcohol? I'm not sure I understand. You want me to have a drink now under these circumstances?
They're suspicious.
Well, okay. They have a saying for this in China. You can't catch a tiger cub without going into a tiger's den.
I guess so.
Yeah. In other words, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Those other two have been mages a lot longer than me. So if I want to get ahead, I've just got to leap in without fear. Besides, I'm sure you two have some useful info of your own. Here you go. No sign of magical energy, let alone poison, but I guess that's to be expected. So, what do you call this? That is a dry martini, the king of cocktails. Seeing how you have an air of royalty about you, I thought it would be fitting. Huh, never heard of it. That's because it has yet to be invented. I see. Hey, that's pretty good. It's okay for you to drink, right? I feel like we should have asked first before he drank it.
Yeah, too late.
You're saying I look underage? Don't worry, I'm not. I'm just doing what I can to keep the ravages of time at bay. I see.
It's the mage craft.
Though, of course, I don't expect any other mages would take it easy on me just because I look like a kid. Do you think you've got a good shot at the auction? That's what I came here to find out. Can I get another of these? That was fast. Use the information I gave you earlier, Master. What information? Well, Yanqing's organization is... Well, Izo's organization is...
Like, the relationship between the gangs.
Like, triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah, gang triangle. Here, Yanqing's organization is... Now I see. So all three groups are dancing on a razor's edge. Well, damn. Now what do I do? I originally contacted Deerwood's group because I heard they were the biggest player here. But if they're that closely tied to the city, that's really gonna hold me back.
I feel like maybe you should have figured out these terms before you maybe signed your contract or something.
Did some like research or whatever first.
I don't know.
Head hunting or something.
Due diligence.
Yeah. Not to mention that between the three of us mages, my family's got the shortest history. Does that mean you're the weakest? Is there a problem with that?
Well, I mean, longer histories are good, right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Mages are all about passing power down through generations. My family's only been at it for 300 years. That's not a long time. But those two have families that go back 500 and 700 years. That said, my magecraft is pretty well suited to combat, so that could tip the scales in my favor. I guess if you're gonna fight, yeah. Well suited to combat. Yep, you know about centaurs, right? The legendary half-human, half-horse creatures? Yeah, sure do. I'm sure they were incredibly fast, but that's not the only reason they were so strong. No, they were strong because they focused all of their attention on pinpoint precision with their arrows, even while running at those incredible speeds. Kind of like Kairon Sensei or something.
Yes.
Concentration is key, but just in magecraft, or not just in magecraft, but in everything. I see. If people could concentrate like a centaur, it would improve their abilities tenfold across the board. Even if you don't have a lot of magical energy to work with, if you focus, you can squeeze every last drop you have right into your magical circuits.
So is this how they, teach mage children? Concentrate like a centaur!
Maybe. You mean like an energy-efficient battery? I don't know what you're talking about, but sounds impressive. Sounds impressive. Hahaha, don't worry. You'll see soon enough. Alright. Anyway, you're going to pump the other mages for information too, right? Yes. I sure would appreciate it if you let me in on what you learned too. Sure. A mage who tries his hardest to compensate for being the weakest, That's an admirable attitude with, which to go into battle? Yes. But it would seem to make him somewhat of a poor ally for Deerwood. How so? How so? Left to his own devices, Alexander would surely do whatever it takes to win. But Deerwood is more concerned with playing by the rules and winning fairly and honorably.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to look the part.
He has his reputation to maintain.
Yeah.
It may not be an issue for the beginning, but by the end, the disparity of their methods could very well spell their doom. I see. Now then, why don't we see what Prince of Landling has to say? Alright, let's do it. Alcohol, huh? I see. Nothing to fear. I would have no trouble breaking alcohol down with one hand tied behind my back, after all. I am happy to drink this, if it will help me acquire information. Coming right up, sir. Here's your cocktail. This is called a silver bullet. Silver bullet? Indeed. That is what you use when slaying monsters, is it not? So it's a good luck charm, is it? Well, I suppose I'll need the help. I suppose I'll need all the help I can get. Alexander I can handle, but Vlad is a formidable opponent. What if you and Alexander teamed up? That's a good idea. And I'm sure Alexander would also prefer to go up against me rather than Vlad. But I don't think Yanqing would go for that. Then again, I suppose if I want to know, I'll have to ask. And he does need to understand that Vlad III is our greatest threat. What's Count Vlad like as a mage? Probably really strong. Well, the rumor is that he uses blood as a catalyst for his magecraft. I see. Whether that's true or not, I do know that both his magical crest and his magical circuits are stellar. His magecraft may not be focused on combat, but I doubt he will have any trouble keeping it up. As for Alexander, imitating the centaurs, huh? If that's true, it would seem to have very narrow applications, but I suppose it would be also rather difficult to predict. Thank you for the drink. It was delicious. I think I will go see if Alexander would be amenable to working together. What is my magecraft like? Hee, how silly to think I would tell you that. The very basis of magecraft is secrecy. That is a true. Hang on. That is as true as. Hang on. That is as true today as it was in ancient times. I can read. That said, it would not be difficult to figure out if you examined my magical lineage. I hope tomorrow's auctions go smoothly, for all our sakes. Alright. Alright, that just leaves Count Vlad, though who knows if he'll actually come. I'm sure he'll come.
Well, we can invite him.
Here he is. I have come. You have? Wow. How in the world did you convince him? We are Gouda.
Yeah.
We can do anything. It's simple, bartender. Your pupil there was unfailingly polite when she expressed her wish to entertain me. It was clear that she meant every word, and I intuited no signs of malice whatsoever. And so it is only proper that I accept her invitation, lest it reflect poorly on me as a mage. Now come and celebrate my victory, bartender. I mean, I guess you've declared your victory and are winning already.
Yeah.
Very well. May I suggest a Bloody Mary? You may. I know nothing of alcohol, and its intricacies in any case. I see. So that bastard Prince of Lanling told you about my magecraft, did he? Even if he did avoid going into detail, I can't say I enjoy having someone else share my secrets. Not to mention, it seems a tad unfair that he insists on keeping his own magecraft a secret. So, go ahead and tell Alexander this. Prince of Lanling's magecraft is based on beauty. He uses curses to entrance his targets and bring about their downfall. However, while that may work on ordinary men, it will have no effect on me. If anything, it is Alexander who may hope to stand against me. All that remains is to see how much money Izo is able and willing to pony up, but these men are no fools. How come you have no money? I guess, but yeah, how come you have no money, Vlad? They are willing to make great sacrifices if it means gaining control of this city. I still don't know much about alcohol, but I do like this brilliant red color. Once I've obtained the catalyst for myself, I think I'll celebrate with another of these Bloody Marys. Well, he was certainly the most imposing, wasn't he? Though he also seemed not to be much guarded as oblivious?
Yeah, it sort of seemed that way.
I guess so. Yeah, I'll go with oblivious. Alright, now that we've got more information to work with, let's see if we can't make some sense of it. First of all, while these mages share a name, body, and personality with the servants they appear to be, they are not actually those servants. I trust you already understand that? Yes. The Vlad III we spoke to may sound like the same one we know, but in reality he may speak completely differently, even boorishly. For that matter, Prince of Lanling may not even be from China. But we perceive them as the servants we know, and thus hear their words in a way matching that perception. The same thing happens whenever we speak to them. Before our words can reach their brains, they are processed to fall in line with their perceptions. Wow, that's really efficient. That is why we can address an ordinary mage as Vlad III without causing any problems. This is getting confusing. I don't know how I'm going to keep this all straight. You can do it, Gouda.
You've done it before.
If you think that's confusing, wait till you hear this next part. Since each of the three gangs are working with one of the mages, you might think there are only 3 factions at play here.
But there's more.
But in actuality, there are 6. Okay. Each faction is trying to obtain power and treasure to realize their own ambitions.
I guess the mages themselves probably have their own agendas too at some point.
Yeah, probably. And we are gonna swoop in at the end and take it all for ourselves. Are gonna make sure none of them succeed. Yes, we want that leaf. You are just a cunning devil after my own heart, master. But no, wait, we don't want the leaf. Okay, never mind. As for our exact plan of action, I think that can wait until tomorrow. If I've read the situation correctly, something will happen at the auction. For the time being, we had best take the opportunity to rest while we can to prepare for tomorrow. Well, good night. Alright, good night, Moriarty. Oh. I can't sleep. Okay. I thought that would be the end.
Are we gonna talk to someone? We usually do.
Maybe like Sieg or something? Oh, never mind, Moriarty. Oh, up already? It's not even daybreak yet. You should go to sleep too. I just couldn't seem to fall asleep. I see. In that case, perhaps it would help if I told you a story from my own admittedly checkered past? Sure. I'd love to hear any story you're willing to tell. This feels a little weird, but sure. Yeah, I'd love to hear a story. Heh. In truth, much of my life was actually quite dull. What's that? It's because I'm a fictional character? Well, hang on, I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. I mean, I can't imagine it be too dull. I mean, you're going at odds with Sherlock.
Yeah.
Am I a fictional character?
You're not.
Or did James Moriarty truly exist at some point? Did the events that make up my past truly happen? At this point, that is really not so important a distinction as you might think. All that really matters is that I'm here now. That's true. My childhood memories are all rather hazy. There is only one thing that I remember from them: equations. I remember their cleanliness, the beauty inherent in their structure, how gentle they could be, and how terrifying. It is thanks to equations that one can determine precisely where a ball will land once thrown. I think back then when I was just a boy, I would often ponder why no one else seemed to realize their appeal. I mean, math can do some pretty amazing things.
Yeah.
Once I had reached what most would consider an adult age, I wrote a book. The dynamics of an asteroid. But it never saw the light of day thanks to the mathematicians who saw it buried before it took off. That's not nice. But honestly, I can't say I was surprised. I knew all too well how petty and guarded people can be. All the more so once they realized the terrifying implications of my book. Still, despite my lack of surprise, I was at a loss as to how to respond. How then was I to verify the equation therein? I remember cocking my head and thinking to myself, now what am I going to do?
I guess he wants to, see if it can actually work.
Yeah,
right?
kind of
Because something you theorize, you're like, you want to see it happen.
Yeah, I guess almost like finding meaning in your life.
Yeah.
And especially if it's something that he's passionate about, right? And if people just say no, you can't do that, or we reject what you have to say or whatever, then it's kind of disheartening, I guess. Anyways, I didn't want to go my whole life without ever knowing if that equation was correct or not. This may make me sound like a petulant child, but I simply did not like that idea. Not one bit. I was sure I could prove my equation was correct. I had to prove it was correct. So I decided to turn to evil. Well, okay. Imagine if those mathematicians validated you.
Yeah, right. How much good could you have done for the world?
No idea. Why? Because that was the only way. I suppose I cannot possibly expect you to understand that part, no. I wanted to prove beyond all doubt how beautiful and terrifying my equation was. So I swore I would do whatever I must to make that happen, and eliminate anyone who stood in my way. From there, I devoted myself solely to calculating one thing. How could I go about proving this equation to the world at large? How could I go about proving this equation to the world? Okay, to the world at large. And the conclusion I reached was that I must turn to evil. As an evil man, I would use this equation to wreak destruction upon the world. My next step was to form an organization. I mixed intricate schemes into evil that typically tended towards straightforward simplicity. I provided wisdom and intelligence to evil that typically resorted to brute strength and violence. I piled up evil deeds upon evil deeds until one day, that accursed detective brought me to justice. That's too bad, huh? What did you expect?
Well, I mean, this is sort of almost, I feel like it's the plot of Shinjuku.
Yeah, a fair point. From my perspective, I thought I was just advising everyone to take notice of me. But once they started calling me genius, scum, morally bankrupt, monster, the Napoleon of crime. Well, I suppose I let all of that go to my head. But regardless, Samantha, even with all that said, I don't regret my decision to turn to a life of evil. There is two reasons for that. I enjoyed myself immensely. Yes, I admit it. I truly am morally bankrupt. But in spite of that, or perhaps because of it, I can say without a doubt that few have enjoyed their lives so thoroughly as I enjoyed mine.
I guess so.
Yeah, I mean, Moriarty always seems like he's having a lot of fun. And I guess that's something
for sure.
to be envious of, I guess. Even if he does bad things.
He lives how he wants to.
Yeah. It was grand fun to see people playing into my hands, and even more fun to see them falling into my traps. Watching them stumble off a cliff, or trip on a pebble, or have a vase coming crashing down on them were some of the greatest moments of hilarity I've ever witnessed. Well, that's not nice, but I get it. Talk about chaotic evil. That doesn't sound fun to me at all. Talk about chaotic evil. Indeed. Of course, it isn't as though I was riding high for the rest of my life. I met my end tumbling down the Reichenbach Falls.
Yeah, something like that.
It was a miserable end, but befitting a criminal like myself. And to make matters worse, the man I tried to drag down with me ended up surviving. I remember how ashy gray the sky was that day, at a time that was neither morning nor evening, how the icy cold water seemed to scream like machine gun fire. It's quite strange, really. Why in the world did I challenge him to a fist fight? If I'm merely fictional, then I'm sure I did so purely to satisfy the demands of the plot. But if I did actually exist, then I think I understand. I must have wanted to show him what a villain like me is truly made of. Alright, back to bed with you. Surely you must be bored enough now to drift right off. No, it was quite interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the other reason? What's the second reason you don't regret your choice? Oh, come now, do I really have to spell it out? Because if it wasn't for my life of crime, I would have never gotten to meet you! Wow, so nice.
Wow. No, those words seem really shady.
Ha ha ha. Now, don't be bashful. Even aged gentlemen like me are, at times, prone to sentiment. Alright, that's quite enough. Off to bed with you. Good night. Alright, good night. Alright, and I guess that's pretty much it for this story section that came out. So I don't really know how many sections there are in this actual. Probably 7, maybe?
Probably one every day.
Let
me
just quickly check.
It's about a week long, so
hang on. There is 5, and then there's the epilogue. So there's only 3 more left, I think. Okay, so then I think what we'll probably do is we'll probably wait for all of it to come out, and then we'll
I guess there's no point in, like, just, reading, like, a couple minutes worth every day, so...
Yeah. If we, like, read 20 minutes and you're like, bye. Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty much what we'll do. I mean, unless if you want me to cocktail tasting novice, I could probably farm these on my own.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I actually really am enjoying this story so far.
Yeah.
I think... because, I mean, Moriarty was great in Shinjuku, but, having to have this kind of one-on-one time, I guess, with him,
right,
it really shows off the quirkiness of him.
Yeah, for sure. I think he's actually a really interesting character in FGO's cast. He's very, I guess, multifaceted. He's also kind of evil, and, he does kind of nefarious things.
Yeah.
But, I think the way that he's an ally this time around is, pretty interesting. And yeah, like you said, we don't really get to spend a lot of time with him in other events. I mean, he did appear in, like, Summer or something.
Yeah. And Koketsukan and whatnot, but only brief interactions,
right? Yeah.
And so, but I'm kind of curious how they're going to wrap this all up in 3 parts, because, like, we haven't even started the auction.
Well, I guess maybe the story parts will be a little bit longer.
Maybe.
Because, typically it's a bit story heavy at the end of things. And yeah, I mean, we never really get to see Moriarty as just our ally. I mean, well, we kind of said that already, but like without Sherlock. So yeah,
I mean, I guess he kind of disguised as Sherlock earlier, but that was more that was more for jokes.
Yeah,
but yeah. No, I'm really excited for the next parts coming up. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it. For now, and we'll be
in a couple of days.
Yeah, in a couple of days to finish up this event, and yeah,
it will be Oku, I guess, after that.
Oh yeah, it will be actually. I wonder when that starts. I wonder if it's right after.
You know what? I think it has to be pretty soon because I kind of took a look at our schedule on NA, right?
Yeah.
And you know how our anniversary is usually much earlier? They have to run Guda Guda, like the new Guda Guda.
Yeah.
And LB4, I think, before
before
the anniversary. So they probably have to rush a lot of things unless they actually push our anniversary back. Which I don't see them doing.
Unless they push Guda Guda, but
what, the rerun? They never push the rerun.
No. I mean, like the new Guda Guda.
The problem with that is that I believe Maonobu is the new one. And she's or they are in like the GSSR or something.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I was thinking, I'm like, what if they pushed LB4? I'm like, but Juno or whatever is probably still
so a lot of those servants are on GSSR, which they can't just get rid of because you know what happened the first time they did that.
I think there's like a hunting quest or something. Maybe
they could probably move hunting quests,
those.
But who knows? We'll have to see.
Anyways, so we'll be back in
a few days,
3 days or so, whenever the final one
comes out.
And I think that'll be pretty much it. If you're rolling for Chaldea, boys, whether it's on JP or NA, we wish you good luck. And if not, I guess we'll just be holding onto our tickets for either Oku or whatever that's coming up stuff. Next. Anyways, I hope you have a great night or day or night wherever you are. Stay safe, and we'll see each other very soon. Bye bye.